Hello, welcome to Finding a Partner, Seniors Over 60 with Carolyn, and I would be she. Today we're going to be talking about some of the stumbling blocks to finding a partner when we are in our later years, any place over 60. There are personal stumbling blocks, personal, emotional, mental. There are family stumbling blocks, families not approving or families not understanding. There are financial stumbling blocks, issues of inheritance and pension. There are environmental stumbling blocks. Some of us don't want to move, some of us do. So there are a lot of things for you to look at before you begin to think about finding a partner. There are things for you to look at in your own mirror. And all of those things we're going to cover just briefly today. First of all, I want to tell you that marriages are up for people over the age of 60, specifically 65. They're up 21 to 25% than any time in recorded history. So more people are finding marriage and more people are electing to marry. There are several reasons for that. One of the obvious ones is longevity. For example, in 1900, the average male lived to between 47 and 49 years of age. By 1960, that age rose considerably, and the average lifespan of a man was between 67 and 74. In 2000, even more, we have the average lifespan of a male between 75 and 80 years of age. This is 2018, and I do not have those statistics for females, but females generally outlive males by several years. We also have some other statistics. Of the 21 to 25% of people over the age of 60 and 65 who are marrying, most of those are men. Men seem to be the ones who want to remarry. I am not really sure about that. I have quoted some of the popular adages, such as men want someone to come home to, women want someone to go out with. That's a big sort of a buzz phrase to describe marriages for people who are over 60 or 65. If that is partially the case, women can often find more people to go out with than men, because women like to go out with their girlfriends. Women like to go out or chauffeur their children or their grandchildren or even their great-grandchildren around. You know, men bond too, but it's usually a little bit different than that. Men want somebody to come out with, not someone to go out with, but to come home to, pardon me. There are other things about marriage too that are desirable for people over 65. For example, marriage sorts out the issue of inheritance and inheritance taxes, and also pensions. The pension that you worked so hard for all of your life is going to be cast to the wind if you're single. If you are unmarried, a lot of times men and women are living together and they choose to get married because they want their loved one to have their pension if they should precede their loved one in death. That's understandable also. Still, another theory is that among the baby boomers, the ones who did not want any part of marriage, nor did they want very many children. They're even called the baby buster generation. The baby boomers and the baby busters basically didn't want anybody else's rules at all. They wanted to set their own. You saw a lot of people of this generation living together, living in communes, maybe group living, 2 or 3 families living together with their children. But now those same baby boomers are saying, okay, time to get married now. We don't know why they decided to flip-flop to the opposite direction. It could be because now that they've opened the pathway to different kinds of living arrangements, legal, illegal, etc. Now that they've opened the pathway and it's becoming commonplace, maybe they want to be oppositional again, and now they're going to get married. We don't know. But women, for you, we outnumber men over 60 by staggering numbers. Of the 73% of all of us who are unmarried, who are single over the age of 60, 52 of us are women. The fact that more men choose to marry than women sort of evens up that score a little bit. And I want to sort of finish up with what we're saying now by saying, one of you has written to me and said that a man wants to be in the arms of a loving woman from the cradle to the grave. If that's the case, maybe that's another reason why more men want to marry after the age of 60 or 65. But there's one thing I want to caution you when we're talking about obstacles to overcoming your goal of finding a partner. One of those is you often jump in too fast without a contract. And a contract, whether it's a legal contract or whether it's a personal contract or just a contract of faith, does need to be talked about and spoken about. Tomorrow, I'm going to take all of these stumbling blocks, I'm going to start taking them one at a time, and we're going to go through those. In the meantime, please subscribe to my channel. Also, text me, comment, email me. If you want to ask me a question, you have an email address of mine on a former video, and I will do even better than that. I'll give it to you tomorrow. For today, I want to say good day. Have a good day. I hope you'll join me tomorrow. Goodbye.